step into a show or you dance into a show.
In style, yes. And that's what we do right here on That Nigerian Thing.
Yeah.
Exclusive to Click Naija Radio.
Alright, so is your favorite lady Sylvia Ishebe is my name.
Makcit the Purple Diva ringed up. Remember that.
Okay, so on That Nigerian Thing today, we are all about Nigerians' behavior and how they will likely react in situations and the unique things they say. And this week, our uniqueness in our words, in the way we say them, has landed us in the Oxford English Dictionary.
OED for short. Yay!
Well, how you might ask?
Yeah, you might be wondering, how did this happen? Well, Nigerians have made and are continuing to make a unique and distinctive contribution to English as a global language. So, although 550 words and sub-entries were, included in the January 2020, update by the OED, 29 of those words are exclusively used by, you guessed it, Nigerians. Now, just to clarify, some of these words actually have histories, from the US, that's America, or Britain. First recordings were like in the 80s or 70s.
Yes.
But over the last 2 decades, we have actually used them continually. And many thanks to our literature giants, of course.
Yes.
People like Chimamanda Adichie, in no particular order. We have Wole Soyinka, Chinua Achebe, the list is endless. They all, all of them. So thanks to all the recordings of these words, we have these words added to the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah, so today we highlight Nigeria's contribution in this month's update of the Oxford English Dictionary. So on the list we have number 1, agric.
Yeah.
So it's actually an abbreviation for the adjective, agricultural. So we say agric, but it's now used chiefly in the sense in West Africa, and in the early 1990s, agric began to be used in Nigeria to designate improved or genetically modified varieties of crops and breeds of livestock.
Yeah, like
so,
chickens.
Local chickens. We now call agric fowl.
Agric fowl, agric chickens,
yes,
or the local chickens, so you differentiate them like that.
Definitely. So it's the way we say it, the way we express it,
the way we use it that has been added
that made it unique.
Yeah.
So, and also 2 decades later, that's after 20 years, Nigerian students actually started using the word as a noun. And so for agricultural science subjects, they say agri-science.
So yeah, like, what did you study in school? I studied agri-science.
Nobody has time to say agricultural science. Another one we have on the list is barbing salon.
Yeah.
So now it's being used as a noun.
Yes, but the idea is you usually say barber shop. The barber shop or the barbers simply. But now we use barbing salon, like how you have
I'm
the
going
hair
to the barbing salon too.
Yeah. So yeah, you have barbing salon now added too.
So that's a place now where you go to barb your hair.
All right, so now we move to the aspect of food. One of the particular, specific coinages that has been added is the word boka. Yes, thank goodness. I mean, everybody knows how to relate to this. And apparently, did you know? It was brought from Hausa and Yoruba. So it was first attested in 1972. And you see, that's the thing with these words. Once they have a history of its first recorded use, it makes it easier for them to accept them. Thankfully, we have the word buka included in the Oxford English Dictionary. Yay! Did you know that the word buka was actually borrowed from a Hausa and Yoruba phrase? Now you know.
Yes.
Anyway, so you know that buka refers to a roadside restaurant or street store that sells local food at low prices. So yeah.
And when they say buka foods, just add sweet, delicious than normal restaurants.
That's what people say.
Yeah, a lot of people, it's like homemade. So that word made it to the dictionary, the Oxford English Dictionary. I don't know what is bukateria. Now it's a merge of buka and cafeteria. So teria from cafeteria, they added it and then it becomes cafeteria. And
bukateria.
Yeah, bukateria. So you see some shops being named bukateria. Something bukateria. So that's the word, is a noun. And also chop.
Yeah, still on the issue of food.
Chop.
Called in the OED as a verb, which is a common colloquial, local word that we use to refer to eat. Yes, so that is the verb for eating. In Nigeria and Ghana and other parts of West Africa.
Yes, and chop. The word chop was also added, and now it means to people who eat a lot.
Yeah,
this Nigeria, you they chop. You be chop.
You be chop. You be chop. Or if people come and see you eating it, imagine, and that's another problem. People that are chubby or bigger, once they just see you eating, they just assume you've been eating for ages, and it's like chop, chop.
Chop. They also use it to refer to, politicians who have looted money.
Yeah, that's one of
lot.
the entries that was made.
Yes.
For the word chop,
For
chop.
chop, chop. So Click Naija, and yes, it's that Nigerian thing. You can like our page on Facebook at Click Naija, and on Instagram, Twitter, we are at Click Naija, and Twitter is Click Naija 1.
Yeah.
So find us and like us there.
You can follow us, subscribe to our YouTube channel at Click Naija. We do have a lot of reports there. Do go and follow. And of course, our website is www.clicknaija.net. Remember, our click is ClickNaija. And today, the program is That Nigerian Thing.
We're talking Nigerian words and phrases that made it or have been added into the Oxford English Dictionary. What words do you think should have made it to the Oxford Dictionary or should be considered? You can drop
for
them
the next entrance.
Yes, exactly.
Update.
You can drop them at the comment section, and then who knows? Oxford might be looking.
That's how people said that the word mado, the phrase mado, should have been added. Like, people, come on, that word. I mean, there are some people that don't like this. That don't like hearing.
Maybe they should add. Let me come and be going.
Let me come and be going.
Nigerian English.
Nigerian English.
Okay, so when we go into the informal transport system we have in Nigeria, a lot of words emerge from that angle. And for instance, we have danfo. Is a noun, and we see it being used a lot in Lagos, Nigeria's largest city. It's a borrowing from Yoruba, is a borrowing from Yoruba, and whose earliest use was written in English, dated 1973. It denotes the yellow minibuses we see whizzing by paying passengers through the busy streets of Lagos, and so that word made it.
All right, so still on transportation, we do have the very popular one, Okada. Yes, Okada was added to the Oxford English Dictionary, and we know that it means a motorcycle that is used as a taxi service. All right, even though in the city of Abuja, in big cities now, they've relegated it to the rural areas. Yeah, but still, of course, we use Okadas every now and then, Yeah.
So another word that made it to the Oxford English Dictionary is gist, G-I-S-T.
And people may not know this, but the word gist, the way we use it is actually different from the entry that has already been in existence. Yes. So they added two different meanings to the already existing word gist as it was in the dictionary. So the meaning that we use now to refer to rumor.
Yes, rumor. You can say gist. Okay, you don't hear the gist where they tell.
Babe, tell me now. Give me the gist.
They don't give. But I don't talk about. You don't give.
So now the gist be that way they just circulate.
Yes, so that is rumor now, right? Happening right here, and also you can use it.
And that's as a noun. That's a noun. So as a verb now.
Yeah, the action now is gossip. Come make a gist.
Gist me now. Gist me.
So they go there. They come corner that side. They come go the back of that door. Hey, if you see what happened.
So she is gisting me now. That is the verb, gist.
Okay.
Yeah, so we move on to Ember Months. All right, so now this is one of those phrases that had already been in existence. It had been recorded in a news publication in America years ago, decades ago. But for the past couple of decades, Nigerians have used it, of course, in the same way to refer to the last 4 months of the year. Partly
September,
because
October, November, December.
They all end in Ember. All right.
Ember.
So yeah, especially during the festivities, Christmas period, Thanksgiving, and all those times.
A lot of activities happening.
Yeah. So that is the word, another phrase that was added.
Months. Okay, another word that made it is goober, like Guber, short for gubernatorial. So instead of saying gubernatorial election, you say goober election.
Or instead of saying the gubernatorial candidate, you say goober candidate. But this actually tells you something, that Nigerians don't like long cuts. Like, they actually like to cut things. Yeah, straight to the point. That's how we had agric instead of agriculture or agricultural, and now we have goober instead of gubernatorial.
Now for another word that made it is or phrase is to eat money. And so when you say this man they chop money, he's eating money.
Or like this person ate money, he ate government money.
That's he stole money.
He stole money. Yes. So the meaning and in that context, it's likened to stealing money. All right. So we move on to a bit of entertainment. The word Kannywood was added to the Oxford English Dictionary. Of course, we had Nollywood, which was added in 2018, and of course, Nollywood is just like is a play on the popular American movie industry, Hollywood. So Kannywood too just takes over a bit from there.
The Hausa language film
the Hausa
industry.
language film industry, and it's been added as an official word in the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah, we made it. Now, for you who have K-legs, okay.
And we all know what that means, right? K-leg.
It means when your leg has the shaped like the letter. It's actually a term, or another term for the condition of knock knees, as well as depreciative name for a person who has knock knees.
Yeah. So use it to insult people, like even when the person doesn't have knocked knees, or even when the person does have some leg condition, just say, see you with your K-leg, or see her with her K-leg, she's forming. But that kind of, sometimes it's used as in a depreciative way, but it's also for the condition. We use it to refer to the condition of knocked knees.
All right. So Mama Put also made it into the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yeah.
Now, it comes from the way customers go to Buka and ask for the person selling food, Mama Put.
Like, put for me,
put
that kind of.
Mama Put. And so it's referred to the woman running the store, and also to indicate the kind of dish you want, or the place itself where the food is served.
So now, it's a noun because it's the person or the place.
Or the place. And one thing that might interest you is that Nobel Prize winner, Nigerian playwright Wole Soyinka, actually included a Mama Put's character in one of his works.
So once again, we do have to thank all these our literary geniuses, okay? Because thanks to their documentation of these words and phrases, we have them in the Oxford English Dictionary. Moving on now, Nigerians, we usually say next tomorrow. I know I correct people when they say that. The phrase, the way it's said in the dictionary is actually the day after tomorrow. But we say next tomorrow. And because of how much we have used it, they just had to add it. The day after tomorrow now is, you can actually say next tomorrow.
Nobody will tell you.
Nobody will tell you that. Yeah. So yes, go ahead, say it next tomorrow if you want to.
So you can also go ahead and say non-indigent. I know a lot of people were saying it and it was not the right English, but now it is official. Non-indigent is now an English word that has been added into the Oxford English Dictionary.
Yes.
And it means somebody who is not an indigent.
So the idea was before, if somebody is an indigent, just say he's an indigent or he's not an indigent. But now, because we've been saying non-indigent or indigent, they've added the word non-indigent.
So Sylvia is a non-indigent of Kano.
Yeah, I am a non-indigent of Abuja.
Okay. Qualitative. How do you express yourself or say things that are of high quality or are excellent?
Qualitative. So apparently, that wasn't a word.
It wasn't.
And we know we had books, that talked about qualitative reasoning.
Yes.
So how did they come up with those words? And that's the thing, you hear words so much that you begin to accept them as true, as right, not knowing that they were not in existence
at all, or the meaning of it.
The meaning, has been
meaning
changed.
Of it. So now it could mean excellent or high quality.
All right. So next we do have the word safe. In typing, I use this word a lot, especially when I want to downplay something. I don't want it to seem confrontational. I don't seem too formal. Self is an adverb, all right, borrowed from pidgin, which itself could have been an adverbial use of either the English adjective safe or the pronoun self.
Myself. You self.
So you
self. Until they do.
Yeah, but that's the thing, just in reference to someone anyway. So there you have it, self. You can actually read more on this by going to the OED official website. All right?
Let's rub minds together. It is official to rub minds together, or in the context to rub. You can use it now because it has made it to the Oxford English Dictionary. It means to reason together to discuss.
Nigerians use it a lot. And it wasn't in the dictionary, guys. So you might actually go and take a look at the dictionary to know what words you've been using right and the words you haven't been using well at all.
And one of those words was actually send forth.
Send forth.
Send forth. People said send forth. And not send off.
Send off. It's actually send off that has been existing, but send forth was added recently to the dictionary.
Yes.
But I don't like the word send forth.
Why?
I guess because I always knew that send off.
Go ahead and do something.
But that's the thing, send off. You're sending the person off to the next phase.
So that's the idea. And also argue that the fourth, you're sending the person forth into something else.
But I don't know. But send off. The idea of send off is, I'm sending you off to university. I'm sending you off to marriage.
Now Oxford is saying both of them are
work.
okay. You can use send forth to also describe that kind of event.
And so that's how Sylvia was yabbing me today. I was trying to sell her a shoe. She said that my shoe is Tokumbo because it's a new shoe. It's not my size. And Sylvia was
as long as
me.
you've used your leg to check.
To test. I tested and it was not my size. So anyway, we do have Tokumbo now added to the Oxford English Dictionary. I mean, that says a lot. It's not like having the word okrika. You know, like just these are regular, everyday, colloquial languages that we use. I mean, Tokumbo, like, so of course, second-hand item. Yeah, so you can say Tokumbo without feeling bad about it in a presentation, in a formal gathering. Tokumbo works.
You can be in front of Bill Gates and say, "Is this computer Tokumbo?
This Tokumbo computer, this Tokumbo vehicle." Yeah.
Alright, drop your comments and tell us what words you think, Nigerian words now, or phrases that you think should make it into that the entry, maybe the next entry in 2021 or so. You don't know who might be looking. Oxford might be searching for words to add for next year. So drop your comments and we will see and, of course, acknowledge you.
All right, so a couple of other words. We have the word zone or zoning. You know, this is used especially in political, settings where you move the possibility of running for a particular office to a particular zone, particular area. So, for instance, you might say the presidency this year is coming from the south or north central or north far north. So that is zoning. To that angle or to that location.
Zone.
Yes. And of course, zone in the context
as a verb now.
Zone as a verb, yes. Like you are zoning a friend, you zone a person to a particular level or at arm's length.
Let's zone him.
Yeah, let's zone
the way we use it. We know how we do the zone and zoning thing. So now it's official. You're good to go if you want to use those words. And the other words that made them into other words that made it into the Oxford English Dictionary are flag off, and to flag off in flag.
Yeah, noun and a verb. We have severally, an adverb added to the dictionary. So they are just 29 words anyway, but they're not just because it trended on Twitter when the publication was made.
That was on the 21st of January 2020.
Yeah, it was trending on Twitter. It was trending everywhere. People were proud of it. People were happy about it. That at least our voices are being heard. All right, and even the opening of the publication was with a quote from Chimamanda Adichie. Something she said, that she's actually one. In fact, in recent times, she's the one that has actually made it more popular. All right, because she has insisted on using Nigerian language in her writings, so you relate to it, you can understand it when you read it. So thank you to all of you. Thank you to everyone who has made it possible for these words to be included. Oh, a proud
using
moment.
Keep using them. And also, thank you for your comments. We've seen them and we acknowledge that they are different. And hopefully they make it to the next one. Thank you for sending your comments and for staying with us. Remember to like us on our page, Click Naija. On Instagram, it's also Click Naija. On Twitter, it is Click Naija 1. And on YouTube, you can subscribe on Click Naija.
All right, it's Click Naija everywhere. All right, streaming live on www.clicknaija.net. Okay, so do follow us, do send us messages. If you have any suggestions, any questions, you can always send a message to us on Facebook or any of the other platforms, and we will see and reply. Thank you so much for being a part of that Nigerian thing today. Next week, of course, we'll bring you another edition, fully packaged, entertaining, just for you.
You can also catch the full video of our last week presentation on Typical Things Nigerian Parents Say. They're so hilarious.
The responses, the replies, the reactions. Yes, on YouTube, all right? My name is Makcit and Sylvia. You can call me the Purple Diva.
And I'm Sylvia Ishebe. Let me come and be going.
So I can't come and go and keep myself.
That should make it.
All right, toodles.